Hello, and welcome to your AI driven business optimization and automation. I am so excited to be here. Monique Carlisle, I am your business automation specialist with Midas Web, and we are going to be talking this week about your trust. We started this conversation last week, and we're going to continue it, and we're going to look into some AI tools and strategies that will help you develop that trust with your cold prospects and your current prospects. So, thank you for joining us. And if this is your first time here, we go live every day at noon with business strategies, tips. We incorporate AI and automation into those so that you can save time and get back to serving your clients. After our live down, you'll see the link to our open office hours. We jump into a Zoom chat with me, and then you can ask individual questions about your business, about AI, automation, the services and product programs that we have here at Midas Web. Anything and everything is open for chat in the open office hours. So click below and register, and I will see you after today's training. So as I mentioned, this week we are going to focus on building industry expertise. So do your clients know that you know what you're talking about? You are an expert in your industry. You are, you've been in your industry for a while, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, but do you communicate that to others? That's the question. And we want to be able to communicate that in many different ways. So we talked last week a little bit about using blogs, and we looked a little bit at how to write email marketing campaigns and things like that, and doing vlogs and all of those wonderful strategies. Today, we're going to dive deeper into all of that. So why do you need to build expertise? Well, people want to work with reputable companies, people who know what they're talking about. Very, very few customers will seek out a new person. That's why there's always that internship. There's always, for those new to the industry, business people, they are coming in and working with an expert. They're journeymen. They're underneath an expert as they learn the trade. This happens in almost every industry. So when a client, when a prospect looks on Google My Business, they look at your website, they go to your LinkedIn, they are looking to see, do you have experience, and can you prove that you have experience? So you know what you're talking about, and maybe when you're face to face, you can communicate that to that potential client. But what if it's a cold lead? How do you tell them that you know what you're talking about and you have that expertise? So one way is to develop content. So when you develop content, you are going to put it on a bunch of different channels. We talked about blogs, and we can put blogs out there on a consistent basis. Consistency is key here. And they need to be relevant to what's going on today. I'm actually going to show you a tool that will give you those insights. And you want to also put it on social media. So depending on your specific industry, maybe Facebook is the best place to be putting out your expertise. Maybe LinkedIn, maybe TikTok. It really depends on your industry, on which channel or channels that you utilize. And we're going to talk about utilizing all these different channels to build a robust picture of your expertise. So we're going to go ahead and jump into those tools right now. So the first question you should be asking yourself when trying to show your expertise is, what do people want to know? What kinds of questions do I need to be able to answer to prove I know what I'm talking about? So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you an awesome tool that I use often. Here we go. This is AnswerThePublic.com. What this is they have pulled all of the searches from the top search engines. So you have Google, you have Bing, you even have YouTube here. And you can search your industry, your niche, and look at what are people asking. So today, we're going to have fun with this today, and we're going to talk about pets. So we're going to do pet grooming. So let's say I'm a pet groomer, and I want to know what are people asking about when it comes to pet grooming. And I'm going to search Google, give it a moment to come up with all of the information. Now I have an account. It gives me 3 free searches a day. You can upgrade if you need more, but typically 3 a day is plenty. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look at this wheel of questions. These are the questions people are searching in Google. The colors represent the level of density for each of these. So let's scroll in just a little bit. Are pet grooming vacuums? Okay, I don't sell pet grooming vacuums. That's not going to be a question we're going to explore. Let's see. Owning a business, is it profitable? What are pet grooming services? Now that's one that we can answer. What are the tools that they use? Let's go. Let's look down a little bit more. What is pet grooming? What is pet grooming? What are the tools? So those are kind of what is mobile pet grooming. So if you're a mobile pet groomer, why is it important? So there's a one right there. So I haven't researched this before, so I'm looking at this with you right now. So we have a few topics. We can get more specific about breed and style and things like that, and just change our search. But right now we have a few to think about. So what is the difference between mobile pet grooming and stationary? If they were to bring their pet in, is there any benefits to either one? Cost would probably be one of the considerations. Let's see. Why is pet grooming important? Okay, let's go with that one. So let's say you want to tell your clients that you are a pet groomer and you know that it's important and you want them to understand it's important. So we need to build this blog. I'm going to use ChatGPT. You can use a lot of different GPT tools. There's Perplexity, there's Claude, there's Copilot. There's a lot out there. I happen to like ChatGPT for content writing, and I usually use perplexity.ai for research. So come back at a later session when we're doing some research for podcasting and things like that, and then we'll show you Perplexity AI. What you see up here, if you were not familiar with ChatGPT, this is a plugin called AI PRM. It is free, so be very careful when companies try to give you those pop-ups that say charge. They're trying to charge you a monthly fee. AI PRM is free. It's just a plugin that gives me some pre-written prompts. Here at Midas Web, we do have our own prompts. We share those with our clients and members. So click the link below and we can talk more about that in open office hours. For our purposes today, we're just going to go ahead and click on this first one. It will write an article for us. All I need to do is enter the keyword or the title. So why is pet grooming important? And then click enter. I'm going to let ChatGPT do its work. There it goes. And you can navigate away from this tab to come do other work while the ChatGPT is working. It's using ChatGPT 4. If you've not heard, ChatGPT 4.0 dropped a few weeks ago, and it is amazing. I am on a free version of ChatGPT. I do not pay the monthly subscription. I still have access to 4.0, and it throttles me after, I think, 25 or 30 searches. So just keep that in mind, and I'll be doing a whole session on 4.0 by itself at a later date. All right, so here's the article. So it first gave me, it looks like it gave me the table of contents. I was recently reading an article about SEO and Google SEO and how it ranks it. It actually said that if you have a table of contents here with links to your article, your SEO ranks higher. So when you're turning this content into your blog article, you're embedding it in your WordPress or your Wix or wherever you're going to store your blogs, make sure that you have this table of contents. I would not put all of these subheadings. I would just put the top 6. Of course, don't forget to delete H1. That just looks like you copied it from ChatGPT. So make sure you do some of those minor editing. So you're going to put all of this into your blog article and publish it. All right. So this is where your work comes in. You are the pet groomer. You are the expert. You need to read it. Always, always, always double check your AI work. Make sure that it sounds like you. Pet grooming isn't just about keeping your furry friend looking good. Maybe you don't say furry friend. Maybe you say your best friend or man's best friend or your lovely pet. Whatever jargon works for you and your brand, you're going to want to do some minor editing. Read through, make sure that it is accurate, that it sounds like your brand, and that it covers all the things you think it should. Me, I'm a little, just looking at this for the first time, I'm not really happy with how little there is right here. So I'm just going to tell ChatGPT, please include more information about skin and coat health. And it will usually rewrite the whole thing. You can tell it to just rewrite that one paragraph instead of the whole thing. You can tell it to add more information about each of those aspects. And again, you're going to read through it and make sure that you like it. So I'm going to leave that there, and then we're going to come over to the implementation of this. So once you've written your articles, I would write more than one. You can see that this is quick. So this should only take 30 minutes maybe to do all of the editing, to read and go through it and make sure you're happy with it. And then you can come over, and our system, we resell through HighLevel. We use it for our blogs as well. So this is our sandbox account, and there's nothing created. So I'm going to walk you through very quickly on the basics of publishing a blog through HighLevel. So the first thing we need to do is we need to create somewhere to store the blogs. So this is going to be called a blog site. Now, sites, you can have more than one, so you can definitely brand and niche down into the different types of products, services, categories. Looks like we need to refresh that you have and that you have to offer. All right, just waiting for it to catch up. I guess my internet is slow today. That's all right. It happens every once in a while. I might have to. All right. Just a moment. I appreciate your patience. Here we go. All right, let's get back into the sandbox account. Let's go look at those blogs. Blogs are found under sites, where you can have all of your funnels and websites, forms, and surveys, and blogs is here in the middle. So now we're back where we started. So we're going to click new at the top, and this is going to be your blog site. So I'm going to put migrate site, and then you can put your, you can connect a domain to it. We need to go and add a domain. Now, if you haven't added a domain yet, let's do it under this one. That way it'll do it by itself. If you have not added a domain yet, it is that simple. Add the domain. I like using subdomains. Then you just authorize your domain settings, and it will actually change all of your DNS for you. So it makes it really easy to create all those subdomains. I do recommend that you have a different subdomain for your blog. And remember, DNS settings do take a moment to register. So if you get an error, just click try again. I've had it take up to 3 minutes. Usually it's pretty instantaneous. All right, we'll get this authorized and then we'll go back and connect it. And we might have to finish this up next time. Do one more time. Always have a plan B. So if this won't authorize this time, we'll go into another area and I will show you the blogs that way. All right, here we go. So I don't want to actually link it to anything right now. So I'm just going to hit cancel because we want to link it to the blogs itself. So I'm heading back to the blogs and here they are right here. So now I have that all connected. Great blogs. There we go. That should do it. I'm waiting for the create. Let's go ahead and restart that. Technology can be so finicky sometimes. All right. Great blog. Connect it to the domain. I wonder why it's not giving me the create button. There it is. All right, gotta have all those 4 pieces. All right, so now that we are in our blog site, there is so much you can do inside the blog site. You can set it up like a web page so that it's pretty and branded, but we're gonna go and just create a blog post. You have to have a title. I will be able to spell. And you have to have an image. So make sure that you've chosen that. What's cool is that you have access to license-free images in the system. So you can choose the one that works for you. I'm gonna call this the hamster and great post. All right, moving through it. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take all of this information that we got from ChatGPT. We're going to assume that we've read it, that we like it, that it is ready to go. I'm just going to scroll up and I'm going to copy all of it. That's all that I need to do. Control C. And let's delete all of that and Control V. And it copied my formatting. You can add images. You can do a lot of things with this. And click save and fill out the other information to publish it. So that is all that you need to do to create your expertise. You want to have blogs, Facebook, not Facebook, but social media, whether that's Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, all of those things. So we'll jump more and more into developing your expertise. Again, the tools that we used today was AnswerThePublic.com to develop the questions that prove our expertise. And then we used ChatGPT to create that article. And then we used HighLevel to publish that on our website. So I hope this was helpful. If you have other questions, please click the link below to jump into our open office hours. And I will see you in there momentarily. Y'all have a great day.